Hi, I'm Kathy Caprino and welcome to my video blog, Work You Love. Today I want to talk just for a few minutes about something very important, a trend that I'm seeing among women about resisting investing in themselves and why this is so damaging and what we need to do to overcome this resistance. So let me explain. I just posted a blog post on my Elia blog and my Forbes blog, Career Bliss, all about why women resist investing in themselves and why it's so hurtful. And today I've been receiving what I'd call an onslaught of questions and comments and validations and reactions, some anger. It's amazing. But when that happens, I know that a button has been pushed. I know that I've got my finger on something really important. So I want to share it with you because I want to clarify what I mean and what I see is going on, get your thoughts, and see if we can move through this. So what I talk about in the post is this. I have been offering career coaching, one-on-one group, teleclasses, career success training, leadership training for about 7 years now. And as you know, I work with thousands of women, right? Not just one or two, just hundreds and thousands. And this is what I see happening. And it's very different from what happens when men come to me for help. So, you know, I'll get, for instance, an email from a woman who says, "Oh, I'm stuck. I'm desperately stuck. I know I need help. I read your post. It looks great. Can I get on the phone with you and talk about, you know, what would be a great program for me?" So we get on the phone. We spend 15, 20 minutes. And she says, "It sounds great. It sounds like exactly what I need." But here's the deal. She often does not pull the trigger. Instead, she will say things like, "What I have to do this weekend is check in with my husband about it." Or, you know, "This sounds really great. Give me a few days to think about it." Or, "Boy, this sounds good, but this is, you know, going to take an investment of time, and now may not be the right time." And it'll be kind of a litany of why now is not the right time. On the other hand, I'm not joking. When men come to me, we'll have the same kind of process. I'll talk about what might be best for them, and they'll say this, "Yep, all right, I'm ready." And they'll plunk down their credit card. "No, I've got to think about it," or "I have to check in with my spouse," ever. So I think that this is involved in and a part of what I see as an overarching lack of confidence of women to invest in their own development. What I see is many, many women put themselves last. They put their spouse first, their children first, their house first. They are uncomfortable stepping up and saying, "I've earned this, I deserve this, this is going to cost money, but it's going to be worth it." And there are 5 key excuses, I'm going to say, that women use. Now, I need to make this caveat. I am not talking about women whose living expenses are such that they don't have any extra money. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the women I deal with who have discretionary income, who are making anywhere from $100,000 to $500,000 to more, and yet they're still reluctant to spend $10, $100, $1,000. It's not the amount. It's they're reluctant to say, "Yes, I deserve this, I need this, and I'm going to make this happen." Here are the 5 key reasons I hear them giving me that they don't pull the trigger on a wide variety of things, not just career coaching or training, but getting a new resume, building that website that they need for their business, joining that networking association, going to Los Angeles and going to that conference they know they need, or that credentialing program. It's a myriad of things that are going to move them forward that they say no to. Here are the 5 big reasons, excuses I hear. "I need to check in with my husband or someone else." Now, I want you to know, checking in with a mentor, with someone who's your coaching buddy, with someone who believes in you, that's a perfect thing to do. In fact, very advisable. But asking permission is not. You're a grown-up. You're in charge of your life. You don't need to ask permission to invest in yourself. The second thing is, They're never sure if now is the right time. So here's the deal. Everybody I know is overly committed. Everyone I know. It's never the right time, but it's the best time. Now is always the best time, right? The third thing is they'll say, I'm not really clear on what this is going to deliver to me. I'm not sure of the return on the investment. Well, this is what I found. It's not a sure thing. You've got to make it a sure thing. It's a choice, not a random act, right? Not a coincidence. It's a choice to make sure that this $1,000 or $100 or $2,000 is going to return healthily because you've made the investment and commitment and you're not going to say no to it. You're going to make sure that you're going to generate tens of thousands times that investment. It's a choice. The fourth is many women that I work with or talk to are actually scared of more success, scared of what it's going to do to them, scared that it's going to be so busy they're going to let people down, or that it's going to be so busy they won't be able to attend to their family and their children the way they want. They're scared of it. And there's also subconscious blocks that keep us from wanting more success, called the upper limit problem. And I'm telling you, men do not have this. Now, I don't say this so that we can all just become men. Women are not men in skirts. I say this, however, for you to gain awareness of what is holding you back, because greater awareness equals greater choice. The fifth big reason I see is they fear that even if they have an extra $5,000 or $10,000, it shouldn't be used for themselves. It should be used for their family. So what happens, however, is if you make these excuses habitually and you don't get the help you need, you're stuck. You're not going to move forward. And that is bad for you, for your community, for your family, and for the world. Bad news. Because when you invest in yourself and make that commitment, I'm going to grow bigger, play bigger in the world the way I long to, then everybody wins. But if you cut yourself off at the knees, for instance, a woman mentioned, well, what if I have student loans to pay for my child? You know, there's been a lot written that if you defer your own growth for your child's, you're actually hurting both of you. So what am I asking you to do? There are 4 things I'd like you to think about. The first is, if you're grappling with an investment that you know you should make to build your business, to build your career, to build your reputation, to build your impact, to grow your messages out there, your community, I want you to take a piece of paper right after you watch this video and write down pros and cons. All the pros, why this is an incredibly important idea, and all the cons, what you worry about, why it's not a good idea. And I want you to sit with that. And then I want you to make a decision. Does this make sense for me now? Then I would like you to talk to someone who you respect, a mentor, a coaching buddy, an advisor, someone who sees the future vision of you before it's hatched. And talk to them about it. See what they think. If you net out that it's the right thing, I want you to pull out your credit card and make that investment, or write the check, or pay cash. Make the investment. If you find that actually this one move is not the best move, find another investment in your own growth that is right, that is going to help you get to the next level, because that's what you're longing to do, and make that investment. The final thing I'd love you to do is, it's a funny story. I went to Arianna Huffington's Thrive event last week in New York City. And it was all about how do we help women thrive and access greater happiness and well-being and peace and relaxation and strength and courage. And she said, I want everyone to have a Thrive buddy. And if you don't have a Thrive buddy, here's my email. You can write me at, and she gave her email, and we all howled, and her friend Mika on stage said, don't give out your email. Well, I would like to be your development buddy, your investment in yourself buddy. So what I'd like you to do is, once you make that investment, and I really hope you do this week, this month, I want you to write about it in my blog, my Elliott blog, where this post exists. Tell us, what'd you do? What was the process for deciding? How did it work out? And what did you do because of it? What were the amazing outcomes? I want you to share, because when you do it, you represent hundreds of others like you, and it'll be very, very inspiring. And if you really have nobody to help you with this, I want you to write me at Kathy@kathycaprino.com. That's a new email address, a new website. Kathy@kathycaprino.com. Just in the subject matter, say, I'm investing in me. Let me help you do this. Let's make the investment. Now is the time. Thanks so much for listening and joining me, and I will see you next time.